Do we need a second photographer? This is a very common question, and this is what I tell my couples. Second photographer is never a requirement, but it can be a really great option depending on your priorities and the flow of your day. In the morning, a second photography can be especially helpful. When I'm working with a second photographer, they're usually with the groom and groomsmen, while I stay with the bride and bridesmaids. When I'm working solo, I'll bounce over to the groom for a few getting ready photos, but I dedicate most of that time to the bride. So if you want both of those covered, groom and groomsmen getting ready and bride and bridesmaids, a second photographer is a great option. It's also really helpful during the ceremony. I typically position myself at the front so I can capture the bride coming down the aisle and the groom's reaction. And many couples request photos of that moment. Having a second photographer allows us to capture additional angles and reactions at the same time, making sure we don't miss those. For the majority of weddings, we also do formal portraits during cocktail hour. If you'd like coverage of your guests during cocktail hour, a second photographer is also a great option. It allows us to capture portraits feeling unrushed while the second photographer is capturing your cocktail hour. It can also be great to provide extra coverage during key reception moments like the first dance for multiple perspectives. That said, most micro weddings don't include a second photographer, and many couples prefer it that way. Some couples want a quieter, more intimate experience, and having a larger photo team can feel more like a production. For couples who are more private or shy, having one photographer can feel more comfortable, more relaxed, and less distracting. I photographed many weddings solo, and it works absolutely beautifully for a lot of couples. Having a second photographer will always add more variety in moments I can't be in two places at once to capture, but it's never about needing more coverage just for the sake of it. I hope that's helpful when deciding if you need a second photographer for your wedding.